In the last video, we introduced basic injection testing, where we could test the capability of a wireless card to inject frames into a Wi-Fi network. This can be useful as part of determining if the network card is going to be useful for Wi-Fi penetration testing. In certain cases, for example, if we want to be in some kind of stealth mode and we don't really want to be testing our injection capabilities on actual Wi-Fi networks, because maybe, for example, we don't want to alert the target access point that we are out there and trying to do something to break in, right? So in those sorts of cases, we can still do injection testing, but we will need to do it on our own Wi-Fi card. So we will have two Wi-Fi cards, and one will act as an access point. The other will then inject frames into the network of the first one. For the next couple of injection tests that we will do, we will need to have two wireless interfaces. Let's take a look. Okay, we have WLAN0 and WLAN1. What about ifconfig? In fact, let's do this. Okay. Neither of the WLAN interfaces is up, so we will bring them both up. We'll bring up WLAN0 with ifconfig WLAN0 up, and then bring up WLAN1 with ifconfig WLAN1 up, and verify that they are both up. So yes, they are. And we're going to be trying some injection attack tests. So these attack tests involve these two wireless interfaces because one of them will be acting as an access point and the other will be injecting packets, doing some simulated attacks, which we can do in various ways. So let's say we turn them on using IWDEF, WLAN0, set type monitor. Okay, they have to be down first. Should have turned them to monitor mode before we brought them up. So ifconfig WLAN0 down. We do the same for WLAN1, and then now we can set them to monitor mode. Now it doesn't complain. IWconfig to verify that they are both in monitor mode. Now we can bring them up again, and we will be ready to run our attack injection test. Okay, both are up. We will use air replay for this as in the other injection tests. And then -9 or -minus test, either way. -I WLAN1 means that WLAN1 will be the interface that will be pretending to be an access point in terms of its responses. So it will receive packets and then respond in certain ways to what WLAN0 is injecting into the network. Let's see what happens. So it's trying broadcast probe requests, injection is working, card-to-card injection. All right, so what did we see? We saw that most of these attacks work. Sometimes attack 5 might not work, and that could be due to certain drivers, differences in the cards, but that's okay. Generally, we see that most of these attacks are working. It's going card to card over the wireless network. And we can also run the attack injection test with AirServe. AirServe is another member of the AirCrackNG suite. What it does is it allows a Wi-Fi card to be accessed through TCP/IP in a client-server manner. This way, we can share an access card among multiple applications. And in fact, the application could be running somewhere on the other side of the world, and it accesses the network card to configure and control it just over TCP/IP. and using AirServe-ng. So it's quite interesting and powerful. You can imagine doing a penetration testing from somewhere else, as long as perhaps your associate is physically present with Kali Linux and having set up AirServe-ng. But you do something like this. So it's opening port 666 on WLAN 0. We can go to another terminal and do air replay ng -9 and then loop back. So we see here the AirServe-ng reporting the attacks happening, and in the other terminal we see that the injection tests are happening through AirServe-ng.